We're tracking the investigation into a military helicopter crash blamed for sending power lines into the Columbia River on Friday. And we're highlighting new resources in the Tri-Cities for people fighting addiction.
A very average October Tuesday ahead for us. Mild temps, mild conditions after the slightly rainy day we had yesterday. I'll get us ready for this beautiful day.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Riley, it was so nice to hear some rain on the rooftop last night.
Yes, I agree. So we're going to be a little bit drier today. We had that rain. It's kind of moved on a little bit. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. But exciting that we got some dry and clear temperatures ahead for the most part.
A little bit warmer than we've been seeing too.
Exactly. So let's take a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Once again, very average October Tuesday. We've got mostly clear skies. The rain has passed and we've got average temps all the way around, except for maybe Walla Walla is staying a little bit cooler today. If we take a look at our Skywatch radar right now, we're seeing the little bits of remnants that are still hanging out from last night's showers that are still hanging out around the Blue Mountain region, but they're going to be passing a little bit later on today. Temps right now mostly upper 40s in the Yakima Valley, otherwise mostly mid to upper 50s, especially Tri-Cities, Walla Walla today. If we take a look at our daily planner, we're staying in the mid to lower 70s today. Lots of sun out today. We saw some clouds yesterday. Tri-Cities as well, mid to lower 70s. But for Walla Walla, we are staying a little bit cooler, 66 today, which is basically the same thing that we saw yesterday. Some overcast clouds this morning. But it's going to be a beautiful day ahead of us and a beautiful week ahead. I'll have your 7-day forecast coming up.
The Toppenish Police Department is investigating a fatal shooting Sunday. It happened in the 200 block of South Division Street just before 1 p.m. Authorities say officers responded to the reports of a shooting. When they arrived at the scene, they found a 28-year-old Toppenish man had been shot. He later died of his injuries. The suspect is not known at this time, and the police are asking for information. If you know anything about this case, please call the number on your screen. U.S. Army officials are working to determine what may have caused a military helicopter to crash into power lines alongside the Columbia River in Grant County on Friday. They say the aircraft involved in the crash was an Apache helicopter assigned to 46 Air Cavalry Squadron 16th Combat Aviation Brigade, and that it crashed during a routine training exercise. While no one was injured, the incident did cause a small wildfire and downed power lines that led to a section of State Route 243 being shut down for several hours. Grant County Sheriff's Office officials say dealing with the downed power lines was the priority.
Power lines in the river, we had power lines over a state highway, and we had plenty of hazards to deal with for very quickly in a small amount of time, and everyone did their jobs, and it turned out good.
It's unclear at this point what caused the helicopter to crash, but U.S. Army officials say they are investigating the incident. Victory Homes International is opening its doors in Pasco, hoping to help people who are struggling with addiction get help and regain their lives. The center offers individual counseling, support groups, and drug diversion programs, as well as parenting help. This program is for people who are in need of an intensive inpatient program, and the programming is mapped out in separate phases for men and women. Director Tim Rodriguez says the program centers around building strong Christian values and lays the foundation for people to be able to succeed on their own once the program is finished.
We offer housing, we offer job readiness, we have transitional housing. So when the guys come through the program and they finish the program, we get them into a discipleship home.
Rodriguez has extensive experience in what it takes to succeed in a program like this. Apple Valley News Now's Anna Trejo has more details on the center coming up in about an hour on Good Morning Northwest. The National Association of Realtors says pending home sales dropped last month with interest rates the highest they've been in decades. But in eastern Washington, we might not be as impacted by that trend. Redfin says Seattle is one of the major cities where people are moving out. Seattle and Denver tied for the number 9 spot on Redfin's top 10 list of cities people are looking to leave. Redfin says those staying in the state of Washington are looking at moving to Spokane. The cost of living is a big factor.
And I know a lot of people have moved to the outskirts of Seattle because of that. And I've even heard of people, moving towards the east side, like Easton and Ellensburg and stuff, because it's more affordable and commuting, which is crazy to me.
While Seattle makes the top 10 list for people wanting to leave, Redfin says the #1 city that people are fleeing is San Francisco. According to Redfin, the top search for those looking to move out of San Francisco and leave the state is Seattle. Last night, the Seattle Seahawks defense tallied 11 sacks to get a big win over the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. Seattle managed to overcome a rather lackluster offensive performance. Starting quarterback Geno Smith would finish with only 110 passing yards to get the win, 24-3. And this afternoon, you can catch Game 1 of the American League Wild Card Series between the Texas Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays right here on Apple Valley News Now. Coverage begins at noon, and first pitch is scheduled for 12:08 p.m. Pacific Time. Here in the Tri-Cities, the Playground of Dreams is going under construction again. Yesterday morning, Kennewick Parks and Recreation closed a small portion of the playground for upgrades to make the park more accessible for everyone in the community. They say it should only be closed for about a month. There's no word on the exact changes they're making, but to stay up to date on the construction, go to applevalleynewsnow.com for more information. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Riley Fitzgerald joins us live now for another quick look at weather.
A mild Tuesday and week ahead, less to no rain and clearer skies that are ahead. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
And the Nobel Prize in Medicine will be shared between researchers who met by chance more than 25 years ago. We'll hear from them coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Even good drivers get hurt in accidents. If you've been injured in an accident, find out what your rights are. Call Allen Brecky Law Offices at 735-0546. Cases handled on a percentage basis. No charge for initial consultation. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
The competition is heating up.
We're Latin night.
All my favorite dances, all in one night.
When in doubt, get your chest out.
Latin Night on Dancing with the Stars, live tonight on ABC and Disney+.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter. And oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4-cheese mac and cheese or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
Check out Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, your local Old Hickory Sheds dealer. We sell and deliver a wide variety of buildings, including storage sheds, lofted barns, playhouses, cabins, and more. Come visit us at 3680 West Van Giesen Street in West Richland.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one. Just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with its stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the titanium iPhone 15 Pro on us. US Cellular, built for us. In selecting a qualified attorney to help you on your injury claim, remember you have the final choice out of many who are now advertising. So consider the attorney's length of experience, reputation for having satisfied clients, and competence of his or her team.
A flight over the golf course at Birch Creek. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Welcome back. We are getting into cold and flu season, and this year parents might struggle again to find a common medication. Liquid amoxicillin is once again in short supply. It's the most prescribed antibiotic in the United States. While it won't do anything to help fight a virus like COVID or the flu, amoxicillin is commonly used to treat bacterial infections like an ear infection, strep throat, or pneumonia. Doctors say for the second year in a row, parents and pharmacists may have to make a backup plan.
There are alternatives that we can use in almost all cases. And so it's not like we're going into this with absolutely no options. We can maybe crush a tablet and give that to a child so they get the same amount of the medication that can then be mixed into like a teaspoonful of a food that they might be willing to eat.
The FDA says amoxicillin pills and tablets are still available. It's just the powder used to make liquid forms of the antibiotic that's in short supply. Yesterday morning, 2 scientists won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for their work that led to the creation of mRNA vaccines, first used to fight COVID-19. A lot of people in favor of returning to in-person work have pointed out the benefits of accidental collaboration. The scientists say that's exactly what happened here.
In 1997, we met at the copy machine, as it was in the written that, and maybe you have to have some more copy machine around the hallway, and so the people can stand there and talk. I brag about that I can do RNA, and Drew was interested in vaccines, and that's how our collaboration started. We never worked even in the same building. We were in different building, different department, but we collaborated and had fun.
I mean, we worked side by side all of that time because we couldn't get funding, we couldn't get publications, we couldn't get really people to notice RNA as something interesting. It had failed clinical trials, and pretty much everybody gave up on it. But you know, Katie lit the match, and we spent the rest of, I don't know, 20 plus years working together, figuring out how to get it to work, how to get a vaccine to function well.
The duo's pivotal mRNA research was combined with 2 other earlier scientific discoveries to create the COVID-19 vaccines. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and officials at Cadillac Regional Medical Center raised a flag featuring a pink ribbon in recognition of that. According to the CDC, more than 240,000 people are diagnosed with breast cancer in the U.S. each year. Now, researchers say they've found a link between increased healthy habits and a decreased chance of cancer returning. A new study published in JAMA found a 37% lower chance of breast cancer returning and a 58% lower chance of death for women who followed cancer prevention guidelines for things like exercise and a healthy diet after diagnosis. A study published in the journal Science Direct says yelling at your kids could cause just as much mental and emotional damage as physical abuse. Scientists looked at 166 earlier studies, and they concluded that being yelled at as a child can result in depression, substance abuse, and poor physical health. And it doesn't matter who's doing it, parents, teachers, coaches, or anyone else. Researchers are hoping this might convince officials to consider verbal abuse as its own category, alongside concerns like physical abuse and neglect. Coming up, we'll introduce you to a local teen still in high school, already building a business. And Riley Fitzgerald returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course! It's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary sale.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. Plus, receive $1,000 off your new siding project for new construction as well as remodels. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you, your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
Every day is different here at Ben Franklin Transit. With over 400 vehicles ranging from vans to 40-foot coaches, it takes a skilled workforce to keep our fleet running smoothly. We're looking for mechanics and equipment service workers to join the Ben Franklin Transit maintenance team. With unmatched benefits and generous paid time off, we care about our employees on and off the lot. If you're interested, please apply online at bft.org/careers and join the team that keeps the Tri-Cities moving.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 27%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in the course of their lifetime. At Speck Family Dealerships, we're continuing the fight against breast cancer with the 5th annual Drive for a Cure campaign. During October, purchase any vehicle at one of our 5 Speck locations and we'll donate the cost of a mammogram to the Tri-Cities Cancer Center. Together, we can keep fighting this ugly disease until one day we have a cure. Visit speckdealerships.com for more information.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Live look outside, but we're seeing pretty dark skies so far this morning. What's ahead? We've got a mostly clear day for the most part for our Tuesday, a dry week ahead, and we've got mostly average temps heading forward after last night's a little bit of showers that are still hanging out around the Blues mostly. Those are going to be on their way out. We take a look at our futurecast towards the afternoon. That's when we're going to be seeing some clearer skies for our Tuesday, into our Wednesday, and even into our Thursday as well. So after our little bit of showers, we're now clear and dry for the next couple of days that are ahead. If we take a look at our current temps, we're seeing mostly upper 40s, especially in the Yakima Valley, Tri-Cities 57 in Walla Walla as well, so staying pretty cool as you make your way out the side this morning. Highs for today, Yakima Valley is seeing the mid to lower 70s. Kittitas area is seeing 60s today. In the Mid-Columbia, mostly mid to lower 70s, and the Blue Mountain region is seeing about the same conditions as we saw yesterday, those mid 60s. If we take a look into our temps for tonight, dry and clear conditions, we're seeing upper 40s, lower 50s, staying pretty similar to what we've seen this week, but we are going to be dry and clear as opposed to last night. We're taking a look at our temperature trend now, and I thought this was very funny to show because we're seeing average temps across the entire board. This is for the Tri-Cities. For this week, we're staying completely average, which we've seen not a lot of so far this year, so it's great to see for at least the next week ahead. We're in that average zone. Let's take a look at our current wind speeds. Pretty low this morning, but if we take a look at our futurecast winds, they're going to be picking up in the mountain gaps, heading over more toward Hanford later on this evening, kind of heading out overnight, picking up a little bit once again in the mountain gaps for our Wednesday afternoon. For our 7-day forecast, we're seeing those those sunny conditions that are coming out. In Yakima, those clouds are headed out of our areas after tomorrow, only to start back up on Monday coming up. Similar conditions all throughout the rest of next week. However, in the Tri-Cities, we're staying around our averages for the week ahead into a beautiful weekend, those mid-70s across the entire screen, which looks quite beautiful. In Walla Walla, overcast skies today, but clearing up into the weekend. Chance of clouds picking up once again on Monday. Beautiful conditions which are sticking around, especially for the weekend ahead. Looking forward to that, but today we've got a little bit of a cooler day in Walla Walla, otherwise staying in those 70s. Have a great Tuesday.
Instead of playing games or jumping on rides like other teens at the Central Washington State Fair, a 17-year-old Davis High School senior, Lucio Heredia, decided to spice things up. The young entrepreneur started his own business over the summer called LJ's Authentic Seasoning. So far, Lucio sold more than 300 containers of it just at local events and delivering locally to people who message him on Facebook or Instagram. The seasoning comes in original and spicy and can be used on anything, but Lucio says it's especially good on meat. It's a recipe he created from scratch in his grandmother's kitchen when he got bored of eating the same old thing.
I never thought that I'd be selling this to other people who feel the same way, I guess. I don't know if they're tired of the way things taste, but I don't know. I'm just glad that it's become what it's become.
Coming up in about an hour, the story behind what inspired Lucio to create his seasoning and where he plans to take the business from here. It is time to strike up the band for the 41st annual Cavalcade of Bands competition. 21 high school marching bands in the area will be performing the shows they have been working on since mid-August.
Turn to lock, push, one. Anyone who has done marching band will tell you that your life from middle of August to the last day in October is only marching band. The amount of joy that you see from our own students who are like working shifts, and then they get to meet other kids from the area. They get to watch really cool groups perform. It always centers me back and reminds me this is why I love music.
Cavalcade of Bands is this Saturday, October 7th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the Lamson Stadium in Kennewick. Entry for the competition is $20 and you can come and go as you please. Chaplaincy Healthcare is shutting down the last of its boutiques in the Tri-Cities, but there's still a chance to get some last-minute deals. Tri-Cities Chaplaincy has closed its Pasco and Kennewick repeat boutique locations, but the Richland Uptown location is still open. The money from the boutique supports services to hospice patients and their families. The boutique offers a selection of gently used clothes, jewelry, furniture, and antiques. CEO Lori Jackson says the organization is refocusing on its hospice care at this time.
Could we meet our scope of work by using just the Richland store? Would it be able to supplement the financial deficit of the hospice house? And it turned out it hasn't been able to. And all told, in the last 5 years, we've lost nearly $200,000 from the thrift stores.
The boutique is no longer accepting donations from the community. The organization says the last day to shop is November 17th. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, no one was able to claim last night's Powerball jackpot, which means someone could be taking home the largest jackpot this year on Wednesday night.
Spicy Chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of fire emoji, chili emoji, grinning face with sweat emoji, and wouldn't it be double fire emoji if they came back? Spicy Chicken McNuggets, they're back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
This morning,
the heat is overwhelming.
He's been right there as wildfires raged. And now, after the devastating Maui fires, GMA's Matt Gutman showing how quickly these fires can spread in a live demonstration that could save your home. This morning on GMA.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Woods Nursery is a third-generation family-owned business serving the Tri-Cities since 1965. Right now is a great time to plant, and Woods has a wide variety of inventory with the most experienced people in the industry. Visit our beautiful facility with 5 acres of everything you could possibly need, and be sure to check out our gift shop. Woods Nursery thanks you and is looking forward to 50 more years. 2615 Van Giesen off the Bypass Highway in Richland.
Bipolar 1, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Lybalvi.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have an increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, or feel faint, very dizzy, or confused, or if you have fever, stiff muscles, confusion, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements, which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing or falls.
Are you ready to push back against bipolar 1? Ask your doctor if Lybalvi is right for you.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Well, the Powerball jackpot now stands at over $1 billion. It comes after there was no winner in Monday night's drawing. The winning Powerball number in Monday's drawing were 12, 26, 27, 43, 47, with a Powerball of 5.
The next drawing is set for Wednesday with an estimated grand prize of $1.2 billion. That is the largest Powerball jackpot so far this year.
Yes, it is growing fast, but it's actually not record-breaking. So the largest Powerball jackpot, I just looked it up this morning, was over $2 billion, and that was in November of last year. So who knows? Maybe it'll keep climbing. We'll see.
Maybe it will. You know, Jill, I think I know somebody who's hit the jackpot. All of us with these beautiful conditions that we have for the rest of the week. We've got a lot of sun coming. If we take a live look outside, I'll have your first alert weather forecast coming up, but beautiful skies that are ahead of us for the rest of the week into our beautiful weekend.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, far-right GOP Congressman Matt Gaetz has introduced a motion to vacate that would force a vote on Kevin McCarthy's future as Speaker of the House. And a federal judge has set the trial date in the alleged bribery case against Senator Bob Menendez.
In today's Tech Bites, TikTok users may soon get to enjoy the platform without ads. The company is reportedly testing an ad-free version of its app that's expected to cost $4.99 a month. The app will still be available at no cost for users who don't want to pay to ditch the ads. Next, a new legal battle for Elon Musk's X, formerly known as Twitter. The platform is being sued by a Florida ad agency called X Social Media for competition and trademark infringement. X Social Media says X is causing marketplace confusion, resulting in a loss of revenue. And finally, an AI warning from Tom Hanks. The actor says his likeness was used for a dental plan ad without his consent. Hanks is one of many voices in TV and film speaking out after AI versions of them were used in ads. Now, I don't care how many AI versions of Tom Hanks they make, because there is only one Forrest. One. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
It's hard to run a business on your own. With Shopify, you have everything you need to set up your online store, to connect with customers, and to bring your dream business to life. Because when we work together, the future is bright. These days, your customers are not just down the hall. They are all over the world.
So cute.
It doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Join the millions defining success on their own terms. Start your journey with a free trial today.
Now's the time for cleaner indoor air with an air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer. You've known us for carpet cleaning, but we've been cleaning air ducts for over 20 years. We do things the right way, cleaning your entire system. So if you need an air duct cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER today.
The House of Representatives has been thrown into chaos this morning as far-right GOP Congressman Matt Gaetz moved to oust fellow Republican Kevin McCarthy as Speaker. And the date has been set for the trial of Senator Bob Menendez, who faces accusations of bribery.
And a very average October Tuesday ahead for us. Mild temps, mild conditions after the slightly rainy day we had yesterday. I'll get us ready for this beautiful day.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
So yesterday was lovely. I love rain. So I love like a gloomy afternoon.
Incredible. Then you had one.
Yes. But I have to say today's temperatures are just kind of ideal October weather.
Exactly. Those mid to lower 70s. That's what we're going to be seeing today, except for the Walla Walla area closer to the mid 60s. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland. Dark morning so far. Again, our sun is rising a little bit later. Our nights are setting a little bit earlier. However, we've got this mostly clear, dry day ahead of us for this Tuesday. A little bit of an average Tuesday, as we'll get to in the full forecast coming up. Let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We see the littlest bits of remnants from overnight showers that are still hanging out around the Blues and a little bit around Walla Walla this morning. If we take a look at our temps right now, mostly these upper 40s in the Yakima Valley, and in the rest of our areas, mostly the 50s up to the 57s and 56s in the Mid-Columbia and the Blues. If we take a look at our daily planner, we are seeing mostly the mid to lower 70s for your Tuesday, especially in Yakima and in the Tri-Cities. A lot of that sun out today, but Walla Walla is staying a little bit cooler this morning, a little bit more cloudy and overcast, only getting up to the mid 60s. But we've got beautiful temperatures for the rest of the week. We'll get to that in the full forecast and the 7-day forecast that's coming up. But for now, I'll send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Riley. Turning to Capitol Hill, where House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's job could be in jeopardy. Fellow Republican Matt Gaetz filed a motion to remove McCarthy as Speaker. If a majority of House members vote in favor, McCarthy could be ousted from his post in just a matter of days. ABC's Justin Finch with more from Washington.
Recognize the gentleman from Florida, Mr.
From the House floor, Florida Republican Matt Gaetz taking aim at Speaker Kevin McCarthy, entering his motion to strip McCarthy of the speakership.
Declaring the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives to be vacant. Resolved that the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives is hereby declared to be vacant.
Now the House has to rule within 48 hours. McCarthy posting his response on social media saying, "Bring it on." Gaetz finally filing his motion after months of threats that intensified over last weekend after McCarthy worked with Democrats to pass a short-term deal to fund the government until November 17th. McCarthy rebuffing Gaetz's challenge.
We've got a short time period here, about 45 days to get our work done. That's my entire focus.
That bipartisan agreement buying the House more time after McCarthy failed to win over hardline conservatives who were blocking his stopgap proposals and refusing to support new Ukraine defense funding. Though the final deal does not include Ukraine spending, the president says McCarthy assured him it would be approved separately, an agreement Gaetz says was the final straw. Across the aisle, House Democrats have not said if they will help supply McCarthy with enough votes to keep his gavel.
At the end of the day, I'm waiting to hear from Leader Jeffries.
In U.S. history, there have only been 2 efforts to remove a sitting House Speaker. Both failed in 1910 and 2015.
Gaetz says he has enough Republican votes to oust McCarthy, but says he's prepared for Democrats to support the Speaker. A trial date has been set in the bribery case against Senator Bob Menendez. A federal judge announced Monday that Menendez and his 4 co-defendants will go to trial May 6th. During Monday's hearing, prosecutors said the investigation was ongoing and mentioned there could be a superseding indictment in the case. The judge said he was reluctant to wait to set a trial date until all discovery in the case has been handed over to defense teams. Prosecutors noted that process is expected to take several months. Depending on pretrial proceedings, the trial date could move back. Menendez faces 3 counts in connection to an alleged bribery scheme. Prosecutors accuse the New Jersey Democrat of using his political power to aid the government of Egypt and pressure state and federal prosecutors investigating New Jersey businessmen. The Border Patrol has apprehended more than 200,000 migrants crossing the border from Mexico into the U.S. That's up from 181,000 the previous month, according to Homeland Security officials. It also marks the largest number of border arrests this year. This new surge of migrants is straining federal resources, and the city's trying to house them. Funding for border security is an ongoing debate in Congress as lawmakers are trying to hammer out a budget. Riley Fitzgerald is here again with a look at your forecast.
We've got a mild Tuesday and week ahead, a little bit less rain than we've seen yesterday and clearer skies. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
And a massive recall of Ford vehicles is getting closer as investigations into catastrophic engine failures ramp up.
Leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things fall. We're unique and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Every day is different here at Ben Franklin Transit. With over 400 vehicles ranging from vans to 40-foot coaches, it takes a skilled workforce to keep our fleet running smoothly. We're looking for mechanics and equipment service workers to join the Ben Franklin Transit maintenance team. With unmatched benefits and generous paid time off, we care about our employees on and off the lot. If you're interested, please apply online at bft.org/careers and join the team that keeps the Tri-Cities moving.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Michael Ray, live in concert. Saturday, October 7th, Legends Casino. Michael Ray. Saturday, October 7th, Legends Casino. On sale now at Ticketmaster and the Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Michael Ray, live.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Goodwill, your Halloween headquarters.
Leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Time right now is 5:39. Welcome back. We are one step closer to a recall of hundreds of thousands of relatively new Ford trucks and SUVs. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said yesterday morning it's now upgrading its investigation to an engineering analysis. They're looking at reports of catastrophic engine failure that can mean you lose power under normal driving conditions. They're looking at defective valves being the problem. The NHTSA started its investigation in May of last year. And since then, Ford says it's gotten more than 800 notices, although the company says it hasn't gotten reports of any crashes or injuries. The investigation covers Ford's F-150, Explorer, Bronco, and Edge, plus the Lincoln Nautilus and the Aviator. All the vehicles are from 2021 or 2022 and have 2.7-liter or 3-liter V6 turbocharged engines. Ford says the problem, if it's going to happen, usually comes up pretty early, so they believe that all the vehicles that were going to fail have already done so. Diamonds might be forever, but their high prices aren't. The Zeminski Global Rough Diamond Index shows the stones are the cheapest they've been in a year. Analysts say during the pandemic, people couldn't use discretionary money on dining and travel then, so they shopped instead. Now they're adjusting their spending away from luxury goods, but don't expect lower prices at the jewelry counter. Retailers tend to keep those fairly steady even when the cost of rough diamonds drops. Coming up, as the Supreme Court is being asked to consider the response to homelessness on a national level, we're talking about a lawsuit in Portland fighting efforts to limit camping there. And we'll return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. That's coming up next.
A flight over the golf course at Birch Creek. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Guess that's what American Family Insurance is for. He's the wise twin.
Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. Plus, receive $1,000 off your new siding project for new construction as well as remodels. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. I'm a local bee. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? Because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
Stacy Lee. She knows the Northwest and she knows Northwest weather.
And we're always working to make sure you get smart, complete forecasts.
Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather, weeknights at 5, 6, and 6:30. She's on your side.
Save the date! The Three Rivers Bridal Show is coming October 15th. Let us sweep you off your feet with a day of fun, romance, and style. Doors open 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and don't miss the fashion show at 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Tickets are only $13 and children 3 and under are free. Discover the best from dress shops, bakeries, photographers, DJs, and more. Your pro team is ready to meet you and make your wedding dreams come true. The Three Rivers Bridal Show tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Toyota Center box office.
For 25 years, you have chosen Smart Law as your legal team. Times may change, but our commitment to you remains the same. We believe everyone has the right to exceptional legal representation. From all of us at Smart Law, we thank you for your trust and will continue to serve and fight for our clients and their loved ones. Smart Law. Smart choice.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Guess that's what American Family Insurance is for. He's the wise twin.
Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point sky cam. Still dark this morning. If we take a look at what's ahead, a mostly clear day for us. We've got dry conditions as that rain is passing by and mostly average temps for us this Tuesday. Let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We've got some remnants of last night's showers that are hanging out around the Blues and maybe in Walla Walla this morning. If we take a look at our futurecast, we're going to see them move out of our region for this afternoon and into the rest of our day. Tuesday's looking very dry and clear, as is into Wednesday. And our Thursday is also looking pretty clear as well. It's going to be looking like this for the next couple of days that are ahead. If we take a look at our current temps, mostly in those upper 40s in the Yakima Valley, mid to upper 50s right now in the Tri-Cities and the Blue Mountain region. Let's take a look at our highs for today. In the Yakima County, we're seeing the mid to low 70s. Kittitas is seeing more in the 60s, a little cooler there. For the Mid-Columbia, mid to lower 70s. And the Blue Mountain region is seeing basically the same thing we saw yesterday in that mid-60 range. Let's take a look at our temps for tonight. Dry and clear, mostly upper 40s, lower 50s, very similar to what we've been seeing for our overnight temps for the last couple of days and the next couple of days that are ahead. If we take a look at our temperature trend, we are staying right on our average line for the next couple of days. This is for the Tri-Cities, and we're just staying in this average zone for the last couple of months. We haven't been seeing much of this average trend. We've been seeing higher or lower, but not quite this, so it's nice to see us hanging out in that zone. Our wind speeds right now, we're staying pretty low. Pendleton's 10 miles per hour, but we're going to be picking up a little bit on our futurecast winds more towards the mountain gaps in Ellensburg and Yakima, heading into the Hanford area as well. If we continue on, may see a little bit of chillier conditions in our winds. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. As we get later on in the week, we get more sun, beautiful, beautiful conditions for Yakima. Tri-Cities is seeing those that similar trend. That sun is peeking out toward our weekend for a beautiful weekend. And in Walla Walla, we're seeing a little bit of that overcast day today, but clearing up into our Wednesday and into the rest of the week and our weekend. Chance of clouds picking up on Monday, and we might see some rainy conditions for our Monday. That's ahead. Almost clear skies today, dry conditions for the rest of the week ahead, but we might be seeing some wind gusts today. But other than that, beautiful day today, beautiful week that's ahead. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Earlier this year, Portland banned camping during daylight hours and banned camping entirely in certain areas. That was part of a directive from the Oregon State Legislature for cities to set their own restrictions. Now a group is suing on behalf of the homeless population, saying Portland's new rules aren't fair and could end up costing taxpayers a lot more if it means more people end up in the legal system.
The thing is you're unhoused, you don't have maybe you have a cell phone. How do you contact this person? If they don't know where to go or they lose their citation, they don't show up at court, then they end up in jail.
One of the single greatest barriers to housing access in our community is having a criminal record. So the notion that a policy that is aimed at addressing our homeless crisis by criminalizing behavior over which people have very little choice in many cases is really counterproductive.
City officials say they're focused on making sure people know about the rules, and they're planning to give people 2 weeks' notice before they start enforcing the ban. The Supreme Court returned to work yesterday, and homelessness could be one of the big issues on the docket. Federal courts ruled years ago that cities could not punish people for sleeping in public places unless there are more than enough shelter beds available. Natalie Grant reports many cities are saying that's a policy that just doesn't work.
Spokane has now joined over a dozen cities across the U.S., ranging from Seattle to Milwaukee and more, asking the Supreme Court to overturn the rulings of Martin v. Boise and Johnson v. Grants Pass.
We have to remove limitations on our ability to address the homeless crisis as cities.
In a Friday press conference, Mayor Nadine Woodward saying these rulings limit the city's ability to keep their communities safe.
Something needs to be done. Local jurisdictions need to have more control about how we address homelessness. And we are right now having to spend more of our resources than we really want on those night-by-night emergency low barrier shelters. We need to be able to invest in other resources that we know move people out of homelessness.
If you're going to tell people where they can't be, you need to tell them where they can be. And we don't have a place where they can be. This will not help and make anything better.
On the other side, local homeless advocate Julie Garcia saying this is another way of making homelessness illegal in the city. And in the end, more affordable housing is needed to fix the issue.
It's cruel and unusual punishment to punish somebody because they don't have a place to sleep tonight, or because they don't have food, or they can't afford a home, because the same people that are sitting at the same shelters are still there. They're not exiting because we don't have housing.
Homelessness is not the only big issue that the Supreme Court is expected to consider this term. Here's a look at some of the other big updates we're watching for. Alyssa Warner reports.
After expanding gun rights last year, the Supreme Court will have to determine if people facing a domestic violence restraining order should be banned from having guns. An appeals court says the Founding Fathers would never have stopped people from having guns based on domestic abuse. The Justice Department has also asked the Supreme Court to weigh in on access to the abortion pill, although it's not clear yet if the court will take up that case. Later this week, the justices will hear arguments in a case where a hotel chain sued a woman for suing them over a lack of disability accommodation information on their website. While the woman said the information should have been there, per the Americans with Disabilities Act, the hotel chain is suing, saying she never intended to visit their hotel in the first place. There's also a possibility this term that the Supreme Court could adopt a formal ethics code for the justices.
When we come back, late night was back in full force on Monday night, and the hosts of some of late night's most popular shows had plenty to say in their opening monologues.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Looking for a cozy fall event for your entire family? Queensgate Gardens in Richland has a perfect one for you. Featuring a corn and hay bale maze, a dump truck slide, pumpkin archery and painting, and more. Come visit us at Queensgate Gardens for a seasonal memory you'll never forget.
As the temps start to cool, it's good to know that Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather has powerful radar and the team to make it work for you.
It's the power to track approaching storms days before they arrive.
It's the power that allows you and your family to be better prepared for fall storms.
And it's the power to be on your side with technology that keeps you one step ahead.
Jason Valentine mornings, Stacy Lee evenings. Our local experience is the difference. First Alert Weather from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next ET, Sophie Turner versus Joe Jonas, their custody fight. We're in the courthouse. Plus, our Jerry Halliwell exclusive, talking Spice Girls Future and Wild Pass with NSYNC. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95 and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Is Medicare planning the last thing on your list? If you're approaching retirement age, contact the professionals at Stand Fortier Insurance Services and get answers to all your Medicare insurance questions. Let Stand Fortier guide you through the Medicare maze. Stand Fortier Insurance Services, bringing clarity to the complex.
Our customers depend on us for everything.
We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
When the Murrays discovered Gain scent beads, they fell in love with the irresistible scent. So did their dog Roger. Gain scent beads keep even the stinkiest stuff smelling fresh.
Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. Watch tonight.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look close to home in Ellensburg. We've got those mid 60s and even a 70 there in Vantage. Wind gusts today, mostly sunny. However, let's take a look in Yakima where we've got those lower 70s. Wind gusts as well, more toward the evening. Mostly sunny, but there are some clouds today. In the Mid-Columbia, we're seeing the mid to lower 70s as well. Mostly cloudy, but once again, that sun will peek out. In the Blue Mountain region, overcast today, similar conditions to yesterday, mid 60s to lower 70s, still drying up from those overnight showers. That's your close to home forecast, but there's more on the way.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel was back with a vengeance last night, his first time on the air since the end of the Hollywood writers' strike. And of course, he was not alone. Here's ABC's Danny New with more.
Late night is back, and so are the shenanigans.
Apparently, while we're gone, they've been renting our studio out as a pickleball court. So,
after a 5-month hiatus during the writer's strike, where Stephen Colbert was apparently out at sea.
Really? She's dating Travis Kelce. I think this is the one.
And Jimmy Kimmel was in session with the Terminator.
I just don't know if I'll be back.
You'll be back.
You always say that.
Finally, we have our 11:35 Trinity back. One attendee for Jimmy Kimmel Live put it best.
I miss them, we miss them. I'm a nurse, my patients, that's what gets them through the night when they can't sleep at night.
While all three hosts recap the past 5 months, some of them, of course, had similar takeaways.
we've been gone so long, The Bachelor is now a grandfather.
We were off the air for so long, The Bachelor went from this to this.
And there was no way they were going to pass up making a comment on former President Trump's mugshot from back in August.
That is one anger-glazed ham.
Which led right into the story that Kimmel revealed was the one he was most upset about missing.
When they booked Trump in Georgia and he self-reported his weight at 215 pounds, I almost crossed the picket line for that. I really.
But it wasn't all about the former president. Fallon had a special guest from the first show at the Las Vegas Sphere.
Bono!
And Jimmy Kimmel showed footage of his travels during the strike, which ended up circling back to that plane that reportedly had to turn around because of horrible diarrhea. Remember that? Well, Kimmel says he knows the culprit quite well.
My wife, Molly McNerney, she wanted me to let you know that she's very sick.
Danny New, ABC News, New York.
And Jimmy Kimmel's wife, Molly McNerney, is actually an executive producer on Jimmy Kimmel Live, so I guess that makes it better.
I guess so. Well, with 5 months off of the air, they had a lot of content to pull from.
100%. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. Dark morning. We're very excited for that sun to come up. A little bit more sun than we got yesterday. Very average October Tuesday ahead for us. Mild temps, mild conditions. I'll get us ready for this beautiful day.
Plus, we're learning more surrounding a helicopter crash in Grant County that downed power lines. And we're taking an in-depth look at new